Hey everybody, this is Mark Morellis, Week 5, Assignment 1, a review and critique of an infographic. Today we're going to be looking at UPS Connect's an infographic that they have created. I feel that this is a good graphic for critique because it has some really solid animations, some really nice fluid transitions, but there are also some things in here that have, it's very weak in some areas, and that is one of my cats who's trying to petition me for my attention. So please forgive me on that. All right, let's get into this. All right, on the front here we have the introduction to this infographic, and the first thing we see is we get a little introduction. This is plugging in, a header, and then some text. I have a problem with this because I can't read this text. I get three beautiful options here with logos and some clouds behind it that are clickable, but I can't read this text, which presents me with a major issue. And there's nothing that I can do on here or click to be able to read this text. So it really is annoying in that fashion. However, that being said, we're going to click on these graphics and check out the different sections since I can't read the text. So we're going to go for Open for Business, and it really nicely slides me to the right and slides the other content off to the left off the screen, and then it brings up some animated subsections for this infographic. Now, the good thing about this infographic is that it gives you some menu choices to get back to where you were. You have a button to get back to the intro. You have a button to get to the other sections, the two sections which were behind the scenes and gearing up. So on this section here, the content of it is really nice, except for when you first hit it. When you first come to it, again, we have the problem with legibility. We can't read those letters at the bottom. It's harder. You can read them, but it's really difficult to do so. Moving on into these other three sections, this is broken down into three subsections: digital brand, advertising, and social media. And each one has some really great animations. The social media, these are real simple. They're little bubbles that pop up, little circles that have percentages that deal with social media and how much percentage of social media is used by UPS Connect. And it also does the same thing for advertising. You've got this great little graphic with people in the park benches, you got a little billboard, and then percentages coming up talking about advertisement and how it relates to people in their everyday work. And then we go to digital brand, and this talks about the percentages of used on tabs, pads, phones, desktops, and so forth. But the animations that pop in are really nice, and they're fluid, and they go from one to the next. So let's look at the next section called, let's go to gearing up. So immediately I'm hit with a text issue. I can't read the text here anymore at the bottom, just like the other pages. I can't read it. So that is a big pet peeve of mine here. The legibility, things need to be able to be read. So moving in, we got the percentages here like on the other one, and instead of having a sliding bar, whoa, it hit my microphone. Instead of having a sliding scale here, we got nice little batteries that represent percentages. 41%, you can see it's a small battery and the colors are coordinated. 87% is a large battery and the colors are still coordinated. You can click here and you can see that animation that popped up in the beginning. So if you click over here and you're reading and you miss the animation, you can still kind of click and see it, and you can see some really nice fluidity here. Only issue is that I can't read this stuff at the bottom. Let's go to the next section, the third and final section. As we clicked on behind the scenes, you saw how this content from the previous section was just nicely slid off the page. Great animation here, and you're brought to a page where it gives you some text, and this text is readable, it's legible. This part is well done. Kudos UPS Connect, you did well on this section here, and it shows you 4 options. And if you just come to this section, the options start animating automatically, and then you're also given the option to click on the side navigations to scroll through these. So I can show you that real quick. We'll just click to the left to the right, and you can see how all of these pop in and out with nice fluidity. And very similar to the other sections, they just have little bubbles that come in and show you percentages that's related to the subtopic here. Now this is inventory and operations, customer service. You can see the graphic, beautiful graphics here, and nice animations. When you hover off of it, it's not backlit, and then it brightens up. So yeah, there's some really good stuff going on here. Also, there's an additional button that's added to this section of the infographic in addition to your main menus. You have another button over here that says Benefits of Tech, and again we have an issue with readability. When we get down here to the bottom, I can't read past the third sentence, and that is a terrible problem to have. There's no, so you can't scroll. So after I get finished reading these, they've lost my attention, possibly even lost money on selling me on their service or product, and that's a really bad thing for an infographic. The purpose of an infographic is to inform and possibly to sell you on an idea or something like that, and I'm not being sold. Okay, let me get this back on the screen. Sorry about that. All right, and through all this, you can go back to the intro, which takes you back to this first screen here. Again, my opinions on this: I think it's a beautiful infographic. It looks great. The animations are wonderful. They're very simple. They're not overdone, and they're really good on the eyes. However, the legibility of some of the sections here of the sentences and some scrolling capabilities would be a huge benefit to the end user, which makes this, in my opinion, an unpublishable piece. It doesn't work. It shouldn't be out here. But nonetheless, it got put out here, and that was their call, and that's it. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. I'm Mark Morales, Week 5, Assignment 1, my critique of the UPS Connect infographic. Y'all have a great day.